I'm not a happy chappy. Here we have a coolant leak on the van and I don't know where it's coming from. Yes, we've got a drip coming from somewhere and I don't know where, can't locate it. Bloody thing. As you see, I've been under the van and I can see where the drips are coming from, but it's up under the, well, to me, I think it could be the actual water pump. Either the water pump or the water pump gasket, because it's coming from behind a pulley, but I can't get to it and it's more of a job than I think I want to take on. What options do we have? Take it to the garage to get it sorted, which it can be megabucks, no doubt. Or number two, you get radiator sealants and coolant system sealers, and I've found one which has got a pretty good success rate according to videos and reviews and things. So I decided to take a punt on trying one of these sealant additives for the cooling system. Looked about and I've come across this one, and it's called K-Seal. I don't know if any of you tried it in the past. If you have, let me know of your outcomes. But for £9 or £10 from Eurocar Parts, it's worth a punt rather than taking the van to the garage for them to sort out the coolant leak. Well, I'm not too confident this is going to work, but fingers crossed. There's a little picture of the K-Seal product itself in its gallon container. Well, I thought it'd be a gallon container. Rhian picked it up for me. I ordered online. It's not quite the gallon size container I was expecting. It is more like a dinky little thing like this. Yeah, so there it is. K-Seal coolant leak repair. Works in minutes apparently. We shall see. Full instructions. I am going to read the instructions on this one, but I think basically you shake it well and pour in where you normally top up your coolant, and run the engine up to temperature. So we'll take the van for a little spin, leave it running for about half an hour, and it should sort it out by then. The actual fluid contains little particles. I think the copper particles or something like this, or that seal into the leaks wherever they may be. So let's give it a go, is it? First things first, give it a good old shake. It doesn't say that the engine's got to be warm or anything, so it's just a matter of pouring it in. My fluid level is low now, so I'll actually fill it. I'll put this in and then I'll top up the system with coolant and then start the engine, leave it idling for a bit, then take the van for a spin. Any excuse to get out in the van, eh? This has got to be a fingers crossed situation here. This little £10 bottle could save me a few £100. Engine's cold, so I don't have to worry about any steam pressure in my expansion tank. Always be careful if you have been running the engine or the engine's warm when taking off the radiator cap. Release it very slowly, or ideally let the engine cool, because it could have a lot of steam escape causing severe burns, so be very careful. Give it another good old shake without spilling any. In she goes. Lovely jubbly. Come on, work. Please work. And what I have got now is my antifreeze, or coolant antifreeze. To get in, top the system up, and then we'll start the engine. And I'll try not to spill this one too. Wow. How much is this taking? Wow. She's in. Squeeze the hose. There you go. Levels down. Get the cap back on. Clicked shut. Sorted. Now let's start the engine. Engine's on. Now we've just got to wait for the operating temperature. Operating temperature, thermostat will open in the engine and the coolant will all circulate and all the little particles hopefully will fill my leak. Oh, if only. We can but pray. Yeah, so let's wait. Rhian's out shopping. She's going to be back in about 10 minutes, so I'll leave this ticking over and then I shall take the van out for a little drive, get the engine up to working temperature, come back and then we'll see how we are. I'll update you in a little bit. There we go, ticking over, lovely. What we got? 2.7 litre Mercedes, 5-cylinder, straight 5 and 2005. And she's a good little workhorse. Been no problem so far, so let's hopefully we'll have this leak sorted. Well, I gotta be honest, I'm under here now, keeping a safe distance away from them rotating belts. I'll have my finger. Already lost the tip of a finger to a V-belt many years ago. Through my own stupidity, I'll have you know. Not that I'm stupid. Leave it in the comments. Looking at this, it's only been running about 5 minutes and I can't see any drips. I'll have a look around. They can't have worked that quick, engine's not even warm yet. Yeah, the van is stinking. But now we've got a bit of good weather, we can get other jobs done. Well, I can get other jobs done, and Rhian can get out here with the bloody hose pipe and give us a clean. Because it is a big job, isn't it? When you look at it, look, it's bloody stinking. Oh my God, how embarrassing. I think old Charlie gets 2 washes a year, maybe. Thing is, when you wash it, it gets dirty. So if you leave it dirty, isn't it? Saving water, saving the planet. Think of it that way. Always here to help for green tips. Yeah, here we are on the drive. Rhian's still out. And across, and we've got Minty. Poor old Minty. Minty is sick at the moment. I'm waiting for a part to come. The body control module has packed up on it, throwing all sorts of faults. So it basically is just dead in the water here. Waiting for a new body control module to come and I can fit that, program that. Yeah, it's a known fact in these transit customs apparently. In America it's a recall, but in Britain, no. Leave us consumers pay yet more again. Bloody Ford. Yeah, the body control module is mounted under the dash, right where you get a lot of condensation come in, and it drips down onto the unit itself and corrodes the pins and throws up all sorts of faults. This started with the horn just blasting constantly, couldn't lock it, then the alarm was going off, then the headlights would flash, and so I put a diagnostics on it and about 14 different error messages came up, which is a shame. Shame being is that Rhian was going to go to camp out in it on her own, so I'd have a peaceful weekend, and also she's got to borrow my car now. First time she borrowed it last week. Yep, you guessed it, flat tire. She never does anything wrong at all. Coolant leak now, and it was only last weekend, no, weekend before, she had oil change, or blood transfusion as I call it. Do it every year, regardless of the mileage. These old Sprinter engines, I've been advised that change the oil, whatever, oil and filter, and the fuel filter, change annually, whatever you do, even if it's sitting on the drive. So that's what I do, and fair dues, hasn't let me down yet. Lovely. So I'm sitting around 10 minutes or so, just idling after a little drive. There's nothing, no drips on the carbon underneath. This wet patches from earlier. This seems too good to be true. Let's knock the engine off. I know this is early days, but it's looks nice and dry around here. Totally different than it was. This belt itself was all shiny, as if coolant was caked on it. Now It's looking like a normal belt. I wonder. Can't say anything at the moment. So we'll just leave it now. First impressions, as I say, are too good to be true. Can't be that easy. Nothing's ever coming that easy, is it? Hopefully get it sorted, because we're away next weekend. I don't want to go driving everywhere with it leaking away. And I don't think they'll be able to fix it in a week. To find someone who'll bloody do it, never mind, get it done. Oh, well, we'll come back to this, we'll leave it. Feet up time now, have a coffee and chill out. And we'll get back to this and update you a little bit later, or even tomorrow. Right, little update. I've been out in the van for another spin, taken it out a couple of times this week, because this is now a week later, and I'm pleased to say, in fact, I'm gobsmacked that there are no leaks. The engine coolant level still full. Back on, and there under the van, not a sign of a drip. Unbelievable. So we've got a nice dry floor in the driveway. There we have it. K-Seal. It's worked for me and I can recommend it. I don't know how it's going to last, but it's been a week, not a drip left. We're away next weekend with the van club, so looking forward to that. And we'll see how it goes. But yeah, worth a punt. K-Seal, £10 instead of a few hundred. Highly recommended. So that's the end of this little video about our coolant leak. We haven't been away anywhere, so there's nothing else to bloody film. I'll show you. So hopefully it might help someone. K-Seal. So if you've enjoyed the video, I know it was only a little coolant leak and pouring some stuff in the radiator, but give us a thumbs up, a like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you can follow us on our travels. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. And if you like our videos and you don't subscribe, well, you can just fuck.